if I come to the syllabus, right? If I come to the CA inter auditing, what is it called as now? The name of the subject in the old course used to be auditing and assurance. Now they've changed the name of the subject to auditing and ethics. Auditing and ethics, right? So this is at your CA intermediate level, and CA final, right? The name of the subject is a big name. It says advanced auditing. So this is like a expertise level of the knowledge. Advanced auditing, assurance, and the professional ethics, right? So a higher version of the audit at the CA final level, which is the advanced auditing, assurance, and the professional ethics. But CA enter short and sweet, auditing and ethics. So it says just as a human being, you need to have certain ethics. As an auditor also, you need to have certain ethics. Right? Certainly, the person who does the audit is called as the auditor. And the person who conducts the audit is called as the auditor. And the entity, the organization where we are doing the audit is called as the auditee, or we could also call it as our client. We are service providers, right? So we are not the goods provider, right? So as a goods provider, you have a customer, but obviously as a service provider, what a CA firm will have is the client, right? So either you could call it the auditee or you could call it the client. Right? Auditor, right? So auditor, it could be a CA firm, it could be a sole proprietorship, it could be a partnership firm, LLP, right? So that's for the auditor. And then you also have the client, right? That is your auditee. Right? So audit firm and a CA firm, that is the auditor, and then you have the auditee. Okay, right. So now in our CA intermediate audit, we have the 11 chapters, telling you also that at CA final you have the 19 chapters, and obviously a different level of knowledge and preparation over there. But yeah, at CA intermediate, as per the study material of the ICAI, and obviously our book is also on the same lines of the study material of the ICAI, wherein we have the 11 chapters. Right? So chapter number 1 in your book is regarding the nature, objective, and the scope of audit. Right? Like we just pick up this one word, audit, and we understand its entire, entire concept of auditing over there. Okay, what is nature of audit? What is the objective of audit? What is the scope of auditing? What are the different types? What are the advantages? What are the limitations of audit? So it's like a chapter which is all about audit, 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 audit. It's just audit, nothing else. I know. So that's our chapter number 1, which is the nature, objective, and the scope of the audit. Okay, what is an audit? Why you do an audit, and what all is covered in an audit. So what is included in the scope of audit and what is excluded from the scope of audit. So nature, objective, and the scope of audit. That is our chapter number 1. Right? Then we have the chapter number 2, which is regarding your audit strategy. Strategy, right? Then the audit planning and the audit program. So obviously now that I know what is an audit, I will have to do the audit. In order to do the audit, first what I'll have to do, I need to have a strategy. I need to prepare a plan. I need to prepare a detailed instruction, right? That's nothing but your audit program. Right? So you have the audit strategy, audit planning. Whenever I say strategy, it's like, Chatterjee. Right? So anyways, it's audit strategy, the audit planning, and the audit program. Right? So that's just the name of our chapter number 2, which is the audit strategy, audit planning, and the audit program. So one, you know what is an audit. Once you know what's an audit, you prepare your plan for the audit. Now, once you prepare your plan for the audit, what next you have to do is you have to do the risk assessment and also check the internal controls. And the risk assessment is to be done, and then the internal control. Right? Risk assessment. You have to assess how much is the risk at the company that you are doing the audit. We are going to have a big discussion on the risk assessment. And then you also have to understand the internal controls. I just told you about the term internal controls. Right? So risk assessment and internal control. So first you look into what is an audit, then you prepare your audit strategy, audit plan, then you do your risk assessment and also verify, do the checking of the internal controls in the organization. Once you do that risk assessment, internal control, now what you start doing next is you start obtaining the audit evidence. Oh my god, this is like the $1 million term in our discussion regarding audit. Okay, right? Then after that, we have a chapter number 5, which is the biggest chapter in your syllabus over there, which is audit of items of financial statements. A mind-blowing chapter over there. When each and every item of the financial statement, like right now we took the example of rent. It's one of the item of financial statement. Can you name a few more items of the financial statement? You know now what is there in financial statement. So can you tell me a few more items? Each one of you tell me 5. Okay, salary, interest income, interest expense, very good. Purchases. Why you are restricting yourself to profit and loss only? Yeah, sales, very good. Borrowings, professional charges, inventory, fixed assets, that is property, plant, equipment, very good. Traveling expenses, purchases, और बोलो, repairs and maintenance, okay, computer, yes, carriage inward, okay, cash in bank, cash and cash equivalents, loans, borrowings, okay, equity, other equity, that is your reserves and surplus, debtors, shareholder fund, yeah, yes, share capital, creditors, very good. Yes, notes to account is also part of financial statements. Okay, creditors, debenture, investments, yes, cash flow, okay. Yes, cash in hand and bank, drawings, reserves and surplus. Okay. So all that you have mentioned over here, when we do the audit of each and every item of the financial statement, that is our chapter number 5. Right? Audit of the items of the financial statements. Okay. Right. Then after that, we have the chapter number 6, which is regarding after you've done the audit of all the items of the financial statements, now you have to finish with your audit. So that is, something which needs to be done towards the end of the audit, right? So completion and the review. Then obviously when the audit has been completed, right, and also the review of the work has been done, and so then what you need to issue is an audit report. And what needs to be issued is the audit report, right? So very important discussion regarding the audit report, right? Then after this, now this we generally talk about so far, audit of any entity. We are just having a general discussion over here regarding the audit. It could be audit of the any entities, right? It could be the audit of the any entities, right? So after items of the financial statement, we have one more chapter over there, right? So let me just let's add one more chapter over there, the chapter number 6, that whatever you have audited, you need to document the same. Very important is the audit documentation. So in our world of audit, one more audit gets added over there, audit documentation. And we said audit evidence, audit opinion, audit procedure. So now you also have the audit documentation. Right? Then there is the completion and review, then the audit report. Then generally we talk about an audit of the entity. Generally we talk about the audit of an, right? Generally we talk about the audit of an entity, but apart from just an entity, we can specifically put it into the audit of the special features of the different types of entities, wherein we'll be talking about the audit of the hospital, audit of the hotel, audit of a school, college, university, audit of a NGO, audit of a charitable institution, audit of a LLP, audit of a trust, audit of a society, right? Audit of a cinema hall, amusement park. So many different types of the audits over there. Right? So audits of the different types of the entities. Then you have the chapter number 10, what ICAR realized that many students at the articleship level after CA inter, right? In their articleship, they happen to do a lot of audit of banks. Right? So that is why they have also put a chapter on the audit of the bank. So bank audit chapter is there at CA inter also, CA final also. But obviously CA final, it gets more technical. Okay, and then last chapter which we have over there is regarding the audit, is the ethics and the terms of audit engagement, right? So regarding your, or because the name of the subject is auditing and ethics, right? So you have the ethics and also the terms of the audit engagement, right? Terms of the audit engagement. Right, so that's the breakout of the 11 chapters which are there in your syllabus. Okay, first you understand what is an audit. Once you've understood that, you prepare your strategy plan program. Based on that, you do the risk assessment and understanding of internal control. Based on that, you obtain the evidence. Then you do the audit of each and every item of the financial statements. You maintain the documentation, completion review, audit report, then the audit of different types of entities, audit of banks, and ethics in terms of audit engagement. Okay, if I want to further classify the syllabus of ours, what we can do is that this chapter number 5, which is the audit of the items of the financial statement, because it is each and every item of the financial statement. Then this is audit of school, college, hospitals, cinema hall, and all of that. And then this is the bank audit. This chapter number 5, 9, and 10, we can group it together. Understand? Because one is audit of the items of the financial statement, one is audit of the different types of the entities, and this is also an entity, but a big entity, so they've put it under a separate chapter, that is the bank audit. Right, we've put it under a separate chapter, that is the bank audit. Okay, and then apart from that, all the other chapters can be combined together. Right, so one set of chapters wherein we have the specific audit is what? One is the audit of the items of the financial statement, audit of the items of the financial statements. Then you have the audit of the different types of the entities, and then you also have the audit of the banks. And so these three audits, we keep them separately. Right, so generally, like, we could say audit of items of financial statement, they ask like 2-3 items over there, different types of entities, again 1 or 2 questions, and then bank audit again 1 or 2. But